Hey, Ryan, have you seen my new Sonic action figure? Ryan? Where is he? I guess I'll just check in the... What the hell is this? Why is there a whole damn library in my house? Did he renovate this room without my permission? God damn it. And what's this book just sitting on his chair? The Nick Rick Games Creepypasta. There's a book about me? And here I thought I hit the peak at the FNAF fan game. Well, I guess since Ryan isn't here, I'll... Bon appetit, a phrase commonly used before eating delicious food. Malaysia knew that phrase well, but never could have anticipated that he would be the food that be chewed down upon. This was it. This was the end. His final moments spent in the clutches of whatever demonic creature had control over his friend. No, Malaysia thought. This can't be it. This won't be it. He looked around for something, anything to save him before he would be devoured by this beast. Until he spotted a rock close by. He reached out for it, grabbed it, and stuck it in the open mouth of Cinnamod, causing him to choke on it. This was his chance. Malaysia stood up and began to run once again. This time, he didn't stop. He didn't look back. He didn't even consider it. He just ran and ran and ran, hoping for this nightmare to end, and all of a sudden, his left foot caught his right and began to stumble. As he fell, Malaysia looked up and feared for the worst, only to find it had turned to daytime. Everything was back to normal. Malaysia looked back. No Cinnamod. What had just happened? Was he dreaming? Or was that real? Suddenly, he felt a foot jam into his back.
Oh man, looks like I stepped in some pile of trash. All my J's still get messed up. I just bought them.
The voice began to chuckle as Malaysia turned himself over, and there stood Void, staring him down, all while laughing at him. This was a person that Malaysia did not want to speak to. Void had been bullying him for the better half of 2 years and constantly made him feel like garbage. But right now, that didn't matter to Malaysia. He just needed to make sure everything was normal. Barely even hearing a word that Void said, he got up and dashed to school. Maybe he would find some solitude there, away from whatever that creature haunted him. It was lunchtime. Malaysia could do the one thing that kept him sane at this good-for-nothing school. Talk to his friends. He went and sat at his normal table where he would talk with J-Boy. Of course, that wouldn't be the case anymore.
Should I tell the principal about... Nah, he wouldn't believe me. He never does.
Malaysia thought. Lost in thought, Malaysia didn't realize that his friend LG had sat down beside him. She tapped him on the shoulder and Malaysia jumped back in shock.
Are you okay, Malaysia?
Said LG. He sighed, relieved. Of course, it wouldn't be that thing. It didn't exist in the real world, right? Malaysia began to shake. The thought of seeing J-Boy's severed head entered his mind once again, confirming everything he thought was a lie. It was real, and it was after him. Malaysia regained composure and turned and faced LG.
LG, listen. I know I seem a bit off right now, but I've got a good reason for it. I need to tell you something about J-Boy.
He stopped and he felt something hit the back of his head. Mashed potatoes. He turned around to face whoever had hit him with the food, only to be pelted by another piece. Malaysia started to tear up. He couldn't believe he was humiliated like that in front of this whole school again.
Look at this. Looks like a little boy got a potato face. Makes him look even fatter than before. Oh, what a shame.
Void said in a mocking tone.
Yeah, cry about it, you big baby.
Said Jackmate, Void's best friend.
Hey, leave him alone. He didn't do anything to you.
LG shouted.
Don't worry. Lay off the Goofy. Goofy next to us. We just playing with him. Besides, what is he go? Ah!
Malaysia had heard enough at this point and walked away.
My J's! No. How many was I paid for these J's? Now I'm mad. Now I don't care what you do. Jack, go get him. Follow him home. I don't care what you do. Break his ankles, crush his neck, crush his bones. I don't care what you do to him. Don't kill him until I beat the brakes, the living hell out of that little kid.
Said Void. Malaysia began to walk home, fighting back the tears that were starting to come out. Malaysia said
Well, I'm not taking the same path this.
he decided that it would be best to take the lawn way, so if it were to show up, he could lose it in the many trees surrounded the path.
I don't want any chances of that thing showing.
Jack May continued to search for Malaysia, unaware that he was going down a different path than the one that Malaysia was going. As he continued to walk, he stumbled across a familiar-looking sight, the same place where him and Void had jumped Malaysia earlier on in the day. But no sign of him anywhere.
Where the hell is he?
Said Jackmate. As he looked around, he could hear footsteps slowly approaching him. Maybe Malaysia had shown up after all. Jackmate hid behind a tree, ready to sprint and attack for who he assumed was Malaysia. He couldn't quite see who it was, though, since it got pretty dark. But once they got a bit closer, he knew exactly who it was.
J-Boy, I thought he was missing.
Jackmate was stunned. How could this be possible?
Oh, I know what's going on. That little shit thinks he can skip school so he doesn't get his ass beat. I'll show him.
He whispered as he began to sneak through the trees, thinking of all the horrible things he could do to J-Boy. He heard a crack underneath him.
Shit.
He had stepped on a little branch. Said J-Boy. Jackmate was about to come out until he realized something. That voice didn't sound like the J-Boy he knew. It sounded more ominous. And even how he walked seemed different. He kept on tripping. What was going on? Jackmate peered out behind the tree, and as he looked closer, he fell into a stunned silence. J-Boy definitely didn't look the way Jackmate had thought. His eyes were gone, replaced by a very dark black ooze dripping out of his eyes. Jackmate felt sick. His breathing turned heavy. He tried to stay as quiet as he could, but to no avail.
I can hear you breathing.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, this has to be a dream. I'll wake up any second now.
Jackmate thought, but it didn't seem like that was possible. He knew if he stayed here, he would get caught. He had to run. Jackmate began to run. As he turned his head, he saw J-Boy's head spin around without the rest of his body moving.
Found you.
Jackmate was terrified. Just what was going on with J-Boy? He kept running, faster and faster. When he looked back, he saw that J-Boy was doing the same. He kept looking straight, and then back at J-Boy, straight, and then back, until he looked forward and smashed his face against the top of a sign that was in his path.
Get out of my nose!
Jackmate began to cry, the pain searing from his nose.
Oh, too easy. You know I know someone that did that once.
J-Boy said as he slowly approached Jackmate.
Who are you?
As he said this, J-Boy began to grab his upper and lower jaw. Jackmate was scared. What was about to happen? He watched J-Boy as he ripped his jaw all the way open, and screamed as something came out of his mouth. It was Zod. He began to laugh as he watched Jackmate cry.
Oh boy, I sure love your sweet, pathetic tears,
he said. Jackmate asked,
What are you?
Who, me? You should know who I am. I'm your old pal, Zod. Actually, no. I've got an even better name. Cinemod. Fits with the name of your old streamer pal, Dominic. The one I have control over.
Cinemod proceeded to grab the stop sign, ripping it out of the ground.
Let's see how long it takes for you to stop.
He lit the stop sign in the air. Jackmate screamed as loud as he could, but it was over before he knew it. When Malaysia got home, he dropped everything and went straight to his room. He was glad to get away from everything. Void, Jackmate, and whatever thing was chasing him before. At least that's what he had hoped. As he opened the door, he looked on with horror as Jackmate's head had been placed on his bed with a stop sign jammed into his mouth. Malaysia couldn't breathe. He felt sick. It's happening again. Maybe if Malaysia got rid of it, this would all stop. If he told someone, they would think he's crazy, so getting rid of it was his only option. Malaysia went downstairs and grabbed a trash bag. He slowly went back upstairs and gently placed the head in the bag, and immediately ran back outside and tossed it in the bin. He went back up to his room, only to realize there was blood on the window. One of your bullies is gone, but I'm not satisfied yet. Now, I'm going to take away the only friend you have left. Well, I just pissed myself.
Yeah, I see that.
Holy shit, Ryan! I wasn't snooping through your things, I promise.
Sure you did. Now then, get out of my library.
Oh shit, I'm out.
And stay out! Man, now I gotta clean up his pee stain. My word, the nerve of this guy. Anyways, I hope he wasn't bothering you too much. Don't worry, I'll be back again soon to continue the story. Hope you have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye.